Welcome back, everybody. It's Painkiller already, episode 24, and we got a special guest today, Woody's gamer tag. I don't know if you guys remember him.
No, and not special guest. I like to think of myself as an IT superhero. We got the stream cooking. We're going to have the podcast up on time. We're going to get this thing on YouTube, I hope. And all this stuff cooking. IT superhero. Here I am. Back to save the day. Get the podcast up on time.
Hey, motherfuckers fiend for this shit. It's like crack cocaine.
I know.
Dude,
People,
you have no
literally
idea.
describe it as a fix. Like, I need my painkiller fix.
I got the same thing going on my channel. Like, I've been posting a lot of those Dead Space Let's Plays, and I think I'm on like part 26 now or something. And I didn't post one for 2 days. I got like 30 messages. Kyle, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't post part 25. I just want you to know that. And I was like, dude, don't kill yourself. I'll get one up. He's like, no, seriously. You've got 12 hours. I was like, shit, I better get on a plane.
The Huppet forums, they had like torches and pitchforks in their revolt for the lack of painkiller already. It's not good.
Good thing I don't read often. Hey, did you know Montana woman fends a bear off with a zucchini?
So, in the intro here, we forgot our guest, right? I think I just started running with it. Who's our special guest host? Announce yourself.
My name is EarnMyRespect, or EMR, if you guys want to call me that. But that's
you got to start butting in.
That's me.
Nicely done. Hey, so I know you guys talked about Halo Reach last week, but I wasn't here, and I want to talk about Halo Reach. So I played with Wings last night, and after like a game or two that didn't go like he hoped it would, he's like, "Hey guys, just want to let you know, this is my last Halo Reach game ever. I'm returning it to the store." And then he left, and that was it. Like, he was gone. So, are you gonna do that? Have you gonna play Reach again?
I'm done with Reach.
You're done with it already.
Yeah, dude, the game's bullshit. Everything about the game is bullshit.
No.
Here's
my... Whenever
No. Here's the thing.
All right,
here's the thing. Right. Bungie released the game and didn't want to put any fucking effort into the maps ever. So what they did is they put Forge in with it right out the gate, hoping somebody would create good maps so they wouldn't have to fucking do it so they can cut cost. That's what they fucking did.
I will say this, dude. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Somebody can go out there and check how many brand new original maps are actually in Halo Reach, because there aren't very many. Okay, they recycled so many maps from Halo 1, 2, and maybe from 3, and then they made the rest of them in Forge, which is fucking cheating if you ask me. That's just fun time. Like, they need to get in whatever the tools they actually use to make maps and make some new maps. Like this is supposed to be, your last Halo game, which it won't be. They'll make Halo 4. And you didn't make any new maps for it. You just recycle these old maps, and then you throw in these new abilities, these armor abilities, which are fucking yay, by the way. Every armor ability in the game needs to be thrown out. I like the equipment from Halo 3. I like throwing the bubble shield out and throwing the flare and all that shit. I don't like some dude sprinting up behind me and assassinating me constantly. I don't like even having to worry about sprinting or going into armor lock. I don't like it.
I don't have to vote for shit either, because all I get's the gay shit, all gay.
I want to do some pros and cons here. On the double melee thing, you're kind of right. I think what happened is that now that the weapons kill a little bit slower, it's a 5-shot instead of 4 if you hit the headshot in all your shots. It's made the melee overpowered. So I'll grant you a little thing there. If you sprint into a guy and melee twice, you can do that before a double DMR in a lot of situations. A 5-shot DMR. So melee is a little overpowered. The maps. This is a big deal for Halo Reach, in my opinion, because Modern Warfare 2, to me, is only a small tweak from being a great game. If they had taken the time to deal with replenishing noob tubes and the other launchers, then Modern Warfare 2 would have been as good or better than COD 4. But they didn't do it, and that stinks. Reach, I think the fixes are much harder to get. On the other hand, sometimes I see Call of Duty players, and I should tell you, I stink at Halo Reach, right? I'm doing really bad at it. But a lot of times when I lose in Halo Reach, I take responsibility for it. You got 4 shots to the body, 1 to the head. If you're not doing that right, then it's not because the game sucks. It's because you have to adapt to it. Pre-nade, and hitting nades right is important. It seems to be more important in Reach than in in Call of Duty. And, if I'm getting beat by that, then, that's a tactic. Everyone knows nades are like part of the escape route, too, if you get in chase. The evade. You have to have map knowledge in Halo Reach to get out of harm's way. You can survive taking a few shots, and you just need to know where the safe escape routes are from, and where the good shots to, begin gunfights are that have safe escape routes. And once I get that down, I think I'm going to cross a chasm in my gameplay. And start being one of those guys who helps the team. So
it really just depends what game mode you're playing. Because like me and Socrates went and played the multi-team, which is 2 versus. It's like a bunch of teams of 2. I think it's probably 4 or 5 teams of 2, and we did really well in that. It was a lot of fun because you're not really getting team shot. It's kind of like a free for all, like fucking crazy match, and we had a lot of fun. We won almost all of our games, and then you go play Team Slayer. And it gets a little bit more gay. And then you go and play Arena. I went and played Arena with Hutch and Ryan X. Smith and another guy the other night. And there were several times where, what's that map, Reflection?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, where's the enemy at? We're like, where's the enemy at? Hutch is like, I think they're up top. Let's go sneaky mode. So we crouch walk all the way up there. And he's like, I'm going in. He goes around the corner and his head gets blown the fuck off. And I'm like staring down at his body. I'm like, should I go in now? The entire enemy team is up top camping. They have the sword, the rockets, the sniper, and they're all crouch walk. They're all crouch walking, so you can't see them on radar. And if you don't crouch walk up there, then they know you're coming from the left. They just pop out and kill you with the rocket. They're power weapons. Mm-hmm. It's awful. It's games like that make me just want to just quit. I mean, I wanted to leave. It was 14-2.
I would have left.
That to me seems really similar to getting the right positions in Call of Duty, right? Like, for example, how many times have we been on high rise and we've set up the spawn trap such that the other team must be...
Here's the difference.
Go ahead.
Call of Duty, they have weapons to defend against campers. Call of Duty, if a bitch-ass team did that, they would be a million flashbangs flying into their little fucking area, and they would get frag grenaded to fucking death. Halo, there's nothing to defend against it.
Yeah, I mean, you see it all the time. Like in Call of Duty, like people go down into the cave on Wasteland. It happened to me and Wings the other day. Me and Wings and a couple of guys are playing, and the whole other team goes to Wasteland. We're like, all right, get the noob tubes out. I'm not gonna have this. We start raining noob tubes down into that bunker, and it's just thump, 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 thump. It's not too long before they're spawning out by the helicopter and air supports raining down on them. But you can't do that in Halo. Yeah, it's time to play again.
Zealot's the worst fucking map ever. I'm putting a video up tonight of Why Reach Sucks Part 2, where it's just me walking around Zealot, listening to a little kid talk shit to me through proxy chat while he's sitting on the top of Zealot.
Oh, those guys are... I haven't seen this. That's the one where you can go up on top of the map, right?
Yeah, dude. They're not sitting in the middle. They're standing on top of the fucking map.
Yeah,
and
Hutch was
shoot me in the back.
Yeah, you go up on top of the map. The whole other team can go up there, and they just sit up there. And so you've got to go up there like one at a time up a lift and like float down gingerly down to them. And they're just team shotting you repeatedly, and there's nothing you can do to get them out of there.
Zero.
It's
not a damn
It's a broken
thing.
map. It really is a broken map.
Well, I have a question with regards to Halo and Reach and stuff, because I mean I'm a total noob at the game, and let's say my first Halo game, right? So, do you guys think first off, camping is that something that's really normal in Halo, or is that just something totally new?
It's something required to win in
Right.
Halo.
Well, no,
at least in Reach.
I've never seen camping to that level in Halo games in the past, unless you're like playing, in the MLG playlist or something. If you're playing against two very good teams and one just really wants to win, maybe you'd see some camping.
Right.
But in my experience in Halo, everybody's just running around having a good time and joking around with each other, and like at the end of the game, everybody's like, good game. But that's not what I'm experiencing from. Yeah.
That has never been. I always thought the Halo community was actually worse than the COD community. They were just terrible.
I remember playing lots of Halo 3 and just always like the kids would be like, good game, good game.
See,
Especially in like Rumble Pit.
Dude, the Halo I had played is terrible. But one thing, when they know when they're nearby your dead body that you can hear them. So that Halo is famous for the teabagging because you have to sit there and watch them, and they're famous for the trash talking because they know that temporarily you can hear them and you can't say anything back, and they're just jerks about it. And then on top of that, you don't play in the same lobby game after game after game. So, when you win, you just run your mouth and then you vanish. And those things all lead to Halo being some of the worst trash talking in gaming to me.
I've never experienced that. I mean, some of that, yeah. But especially in Rumble Pit, because it doesn't change that much. Like in Rumble Pit, I can remember just after the games in Halo 3, everybody would just be really nice about it, and everybody would be joking around in the game and talking. In a free-for-all in Call of Duty, people are douches. People are just
I don't know about that, because I mean, the first game that I hopped on to Reach with, afterwards, we pretty much got smacked. I mean, it was just bad. I mean, it was my first Halo game, period, so, I wasn't expecting to do awesome, but the lobby right after, people were talking trash like no tomorrow, and I was like, is this really what's going to be happening for the rest of the time when I'm on this game? And, I mean, in Call of Duty, you get it, but, this was just, wow. I did not expect it, honestly.
I don't know. Another thing is, when I'm playing Call of Duty, I was playing PlayStation 3 earlier, Modern Warfare 2, I was telling Wings and Woody, I played for about 4 hours today, and toward probably the last hour of my gaming session, and I don't plug up my mic for PlayStation 3, I just plug up my headset so I can hear game sound, but I can't communicate with anybody. I'm still cussing them out. You fucking cocksucker! Look at you! You're in the corner! You're in the fucking corner! Some of these people play like their characters are in wheelchairs. They don't even move. Seriously, that's what I was saying. I was like, it wouldn't matter if your character didn't have legs the way you play, dude, because they're just. I got really mad today. I had to get off.
Hey, I have another topic, so I suppose I should drink.
Yes.
That'll be next week, baby. So did you guys notice Optic live streams their podcast? What do you think?
I didn't know they had a podcast.
Me neither.
Yeah, they put it up pretty regularly. Yeah, so they have a podcast, and they started live streaming it. And I thought to myself about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm totally cool with that. Because, you can't have a lockdown on every innovative idea. And I see this sometimes with YouTube videos and stuff, where people will be like, hey, I did this first, therefore you can't copy that idea.
I got something to say about this.
Let me just go a little longer. If everyone did that, then Blame Truth would be the only commentator, right? Because as far as I know, he was first, right? XCal, Hutch, me, the guys in this call, no one would have ever commentated the video because, that idea was, I'm doing air quotes here, taken. And some guys push the limits, right? First it was talking about gameplay and giving tips, and then I want to say Hutch is sort of the guy that brought himself as a person into his videos, and started sharing who he was, and then when other guys followed suit on that, some channels do really well with things other than just don't walk around looking at the ground when you're using a sniper. And then, the podcast came along. If we said, host migration was first, therefore that door is closed, then there'd be no Painkiller already. And this has been fairly well received. So, now that Optic is streaming their stuff, to me, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of flattered. I guess they thought it was a good idea, and I'm totally cool with them doing it too, because you don't get, copyrights and lockdown on new ideas. That's how it goes.
Well, what is it that they say? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Is that correct?
Most sincere form, right?
Right.
Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So, yeah, they stream it, and I'm glad they thought it was a cool idea. It's cool with me. What were you gonna say, Wings?
About the live commentary stuff. People keep giving credit due where credit isn't due. Kyle gets it a lot. Kyle gets it a lot. I'm the
You keep
first
saying
person
you
to live
invented it.
com.
Link me, you fucker. I've never seen.
All right, I'm looking for the video right the fuck now. I did one in November on Afghan with the UMP 45.
Wait, you're the first person who did what? A live commentary.
Yeah, where I just did the game right on the fly.
Yep, so live commentary is another new idea. Lately I've been doing a lot of call-out videos.
It's not a new idea. I've had this idea out for a year. People just started catching on to it.
I invented it.
Yeah, well, no, I did it first. Screw all of you. I just took down
I got
that video.
proof, though. See, this is where we're falling off at.
I'm a very trustworthy guy, and I take my word on it.
I've personally seen live commentaries from other games and Let's Plays and stuff, so I wouldn't really say it's totally
We're talking
brand.
about the Call of Duty community here.
Right, okay.
Because I got my idea from Let's Plays.
Because I was going to say, God.
Oh, is
I'm
that what
linking
you're
in
thinking
Skype and Justin TV for the all the haters to see. Oh, that's T-Mart.
Hey, we don't not acknowledge the stream, right? Because that made for bad podcast. We got all this feedback on it. You can read it, but don't talk to
Man, I got to sign in.
Did you stop your fussing? So so anyway, on the I noticed opted to the stream. I wanted to bring it up in my stream, and if you guys somehow listen to Painkiller already, I want you to know it's cool with me. Live stream away. Good idea spread, so it's all right with me.
And by the way, I have finished an LP. I did Resident Evil.
An LP? Oh, a Let's Play. I thought LP, dude. When you talk to old people, we think that means records. Like, oh, really? Like a vinyl record? You did that?
You see this, Kyle? You see that? What's the date on that video, Kyle?
All right, I see it. You did it. Let me tell you exactly how long before me you did it. It's like 45 days before me you did it. But I didn't see this video. I came up with it spontaneously because I thought it would be a fun idea.
And I've been doing live comms the entire last year. I mean, and then what? Xcal comes out with one live session, and he gets all the credit for it. Screw that.
Hey, I got a new topic, so I'll drink again. But I think this one's worn out. Playing with bad friends from before YouTube. So I bet all of us are in this experience, are in the same boat where now we have this. Maybe not Wings. He doesn't keep friends, but like you have this library, like this Rolodex of Hutches and Hastros and Wings and Kyles and Socrates and Onslaughts and T-Marts and Bendros and on, Juice. Like, what do you do about your old friends from before YouTube? Do you still play?
I deleted them.
Of course you did. Why did you delete them?
I did. Because, well, first off, they didn't acknowledge how I was the best player in the group. So
oh my
I'm more having that. So I had to remind them how I carried the game battles team in World at War. And I had to remind them how I'm always at the top of the list, and then they got mad about that.
What's the matter with you and this need for acknowledgement? Did your mom not love you enough? Like,
Oh God.
You're smart, you're beautiful, and your parents love you. Wings. Just want you to know.
The people that I played with.
I'm dead serious. I'm not fucking around. I deleted all their bitch asses.
All right. So Wings solved the problem. Kyle, what do? You must have friends that you played with a bunch before you met the gods of gaming that you roll with now. So
I'm not gonna lie. The people that I played with before YouTube were and still are the best people that I got on my friends list.
Guys like Socrates and
it's Socrates, Impulse, Moment, and a couple other guys like those. They're all I mean, Impulse is just as good as Socrates.
Hey, Wings,
probably
delete
better
him from your list. He didn't acknowledge you're the best.
Oh my God.
No, but see, here's the thing. I played with PlayStation's best of the best when I was on PlayStation. I mean, even before YouTube, I associated myself with the strongest players so I could get better. So if I seen somebody was really good in the game, I'd be like, hey, dude, what'd you do wrong? And we kind of learn from there. Well, the fact that I tried to learn snowballed to the fact that I improved at a greater rate than all my other friends. And and then once I got this big YouTube channel, they started treating me differently. So I started treating them differently. And I expected them to hold up the same standards I would to one of my subscribers. Like, dude, if you were a fucking subscriber, I would have kicked your ass by now. Get your ass in gear.
So earn my respect. What about your pre-YouTube friends?
Well, I mean, I still play with some of them. I mean, for me, gaming's always just been for fun and stuff, and I could care less whether or not they suck or I suck or anything like that. So, I mean, it's on that level.
This kind of guy doesn't need to be on a video game. If you don't care about if your team's sucking, you should not be playing.
Well, okay, like, in regular lobbies, I could care less. If it's, like, a competitive level where,
I don't care if we're playing skip the rope. I don't care if we're playing jump rope. I want to beat the shit out of the other people. I want to.
Let me just say this, Wings. I will own you at jump rope. Let's not even go down that road, son.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not even good at jump rope, but I can kick Wings' ass in jump
Thing,
rope.
man, you want to go down?
Double Dutch around
Yes,
your
I
ass.
do. Wings, you told us that you get winded after walking a block.
It doesn't matter. I can do the black girl jump rope. You know, the one with it where you
cannot.
kind of hop the legs.
I'm kind of barely buying that at one point in your life you could do the black girl jump rope, as you call it. But now you get 3 hops in, you'll be looking for your inhaler.
You gonna do that thing where you hit yourself in the back?
I could probably do it for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. You are 6'4" and I don't know, 1,023 pounds, something like that. I'm just teasing.
Low blow.
But yeah,
You probably couldn't even throw the rope that high, old man. What the hell are you talking about?
yeah, right. I got the arthritis in my shoulders.
You can't pick your arms up that high.
No. The truth is, my kids jump rope, and every now and then I pick it up and show them I'm still boss. So, yeah.
Well, in Final Fantasy IX, there's a jump rope game, and I would own you at that.
You did not go there. Somebody ban the Woody's gay guy.
But
I can't ban him. He's too fast.
He's
All
a
right,
mod.
I got it.
He's a mod.
Who modded Woody's gay tag?
Somebody was probably all right. Look, we're talking about the stream, and I like that. Somebody probably banned him improperly, made him a mod by accident. But he's gone now. So for me, friends before YouTube. So I've got kind of a funny thing going on. Like about half of them I still play with every now and again, and the other half hate me. They're mad at me for not giving them like the love and attention I gave them before YouTube came along. And I get falsely accused of having, they're like, oh, you've got a big head now, you don't play with us. I'm like, that's not fair. I don't have a big head. I'm just, playing games. I've got lots of people. That's not it. Like, it is true that I got frustrated at them now and then. And, I would say things headed into the game. Like, all right, on this demo game, you have to plant B first because they spawn right next to it. And if you don't, then, you'll never take it when it's the only bomb left. And then some joker takes A. And it's like, oh, man. Like we had a game plan and you didn't follow it. Do you think that you're good because you got the A plant off? That's not good. You lost this game for us. And now everyone's getting crushed because we're pretty much trying to take a bomb in their spawn. And that would just, like, if I was with Wings and Onslaught and Kyle or EMR, everyone here would know that. We would know. Like, nobody would take, in this case, A, unless there was less than 60 seconds left. And then we would all agree with the concept that we take A. Like we know how to play this game. And I got a little frustrated. But by and large, like, I was just me, and I felt like they didn't treat me the same because I had a YouTube channel. Like, that's my side of it. But then about half of them I still play with now and then. It's all good.
Just want to interrupt real quick. Just thought I'd say that the 3 or 4 times that I have played with you, God.
Me?
Yeah, you. It's
I didn't
like
even know we played.
We did. It was like once or twice or something like that. But like the 2 times that we did, if I were to fuck up, I was like, oh shit, Woody's gonna yell at me. It was like my dad yelling at me, and I was like, "Don't fuck up."
EarnMyRespect has never played Call of Duty with me yet.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have. But anyways, like I played with Woody, and I was like shitting my pants the whole time. Like, what if I, fuck up the spawn trap or something like that? What is he gonna say?
You'd delete me off your friends list.
What?
You would delete me off your friends list if you ever played Call of Duty with me.
It's really
like when you make Woody mad, it's like you feel you're upsetting your father in some way or something like that. But
oh my gosh!
You make Wings mad, feels like you're upsetting a New Yorker with a crowbar.
Yeah, whenever I get a chance, I like to play with Wings and then just a bunch of like randoms that he's put together, because he'll treat them like shit. If something will go bad, and like one of them will get host, and his host will be like not so great, and he'll be like, Jimmy, leave the game. Jimmy's like, why?
I know.
Why? Your host fucking sucks, Jimmy. You lagging me all over the place. I lost my pave low. All of a sudden you see host migration.
What's funny? Kyle, it almost sounds like he's exaggerating or something. Dude, this is word for word the sorts of things I've heard Wings say multiple times. Yeah.
Get your fucking friend out the game, or I delete your bitch ass.
Or this, right? Like, Wings will be playing with a guy, and then that guy knows a guy who joined his session. Like, so, like, hypothetically, pretend that Kyle doesn't know Wings. I'm playing with Wings. Kyle joins my session because we're friends, and that's how we get together every night. Wings will ban me and ban Kyle because I know the sort of person who would join session, and they're both off the friends list. Both of them gone. It's missing. On the other hand,
many times.
on the other hand, like there's a Wings that subs don't get to see all that much. Like that guy that reads poetry in his commentary, that guy that has deeper thoughts and a sensitive side, he's there too, and I get to see him. And sometimes his subs don't. And recently it's been changed, but there was that like phase he had where I guess he and his subs had conflict for like 50 videos, 100 videos in a row, and a lot of guys are stuck on that Wings, but there's more to them. So anyway,
I love that shit. I love, like I said, that's one of my favorite things to do is play with Wings, because like somebody starts going negative, somebody starts doing bad, Wings is having a hard time, so he'll throw that scoreboard up, and he's looking for somebody to blame. And you better hope you're not on the bottom, son. I'll be playing, and I'm like,
that's right.
I better go positive here, because Wings is going to get commandoed in a minute, and he's going to be looking for somebody to yell at.
Or worse, like if Wings gets predatored, he starts looking through the list of all right, who's negative? Some poor guy will be like,
get me a predator out.
Some poor guy will be 9-7. It'll be like,
literally handed that guy the predator and was like, here, have it.
Yep. So, hey, I got another one. What sorts of things would make you stop making YouTube videos? Like, what would stop you from doing it? Make you quit?
The money get cut off.
Yeah, if they stopped paying us, like I would still upload, but it'd be few and far. Yeah, it'd be like maybe once or twice a week, maybe, if they didn't pay us anymore.
I was on a Disney cruise recently, and it had me, I guess, off the internet for about 10, 12 days. The cruise is 10 days, so I guess 12 days. And I really missed it. I felt like less significant not being able to talk to 90,000 people at a time. Like I'm just roaming around in my daily life as sort of one person, and like I missed having a community to go back and forth with. So if there was no money, I think I'd still be here posting up videos and talking to guys. And
see, I'm the other way around. Like I said, Trout worked at Blockbuster, and I started thinking, man, Trout makes about $40 a day, and I'm like, dude, I could go work 8 hours, or I could put somebody else's video on my channel.
Yeah,
it's like
somebody asked how much money we make. We make $1,000 a video.
Kyle does. The rest of us don't.
Yeah, we make $1,000 a video, so it goes pretty well. It goes pretty well.
I don't know.
That's why
For me,
I upload 5 or 6 a day sometimes.
Well, it all depends. Like we can make anywhere from $50 to $80 a video, on up to 1,000.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like I mean, it goes. It's a pretty awesome situation. We were talking about this the other night, and it's a really, I'm really thankful to be in the situation to be. And I guess this kind of brings me to something I wanted to ask you guys. Woody, do you consider yourself a professional gamer?
I do.
I know Wings considers himself a professional gamer, and I do as well. I consider myself a professional gamer because it is part of my profession. It is something that I get paid to do, and I feel like I'm more of a professional gamer than somebody like Fear Moho, who won national championship in Call of Duty 4.
He's just trying.
Because he made $1,000. He made $1,000 for winning the biggest Call of Duty prize there is. And I mean, we make on a really good week. You could make that in a week, doing what we do.
Shit, a week?
Yeah, you can make more than that in a week. I don't know about it. I couldn't make it in a day. I need a bigger channel. But do I consider myself a professional gamer? No, that's not the title I'd pick. But I consider myself in the gaming industry now. And, it's kind of neat. Like, if you look at, say, is his name Sundance? Who's the MLG guy? Can someone help me? Or
Sundance.
Help me? Is it Sundance? Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Is he a professional gamer? Not really. Not a gamer so much, but he's definitely in the gaming industry. Oh, for people who don't know, he's like, I think, co-founder of the MLG tournament. So he was good at Halo, but he couldn't hang with the pros that he sort of pays now. But he's in the gaming industry. So I'm in the gaming industry too, and I think it's kind of cool. I'm happy to be, I guess, good enough that people watch my videos, even though I know I'm, below the very elites in gaming. And professional gamer, no. Gaming industry, yeah. I managed to break into that, and it's not easy to do. It's almost like breaking into Hollywood. How many people have broke into the top tier of YouTube? Like 15, 10? And I'm excited to be there.
I see that, and I mean, I'm just gonna cut EMR right off.
God damn
Sorry,
it.
EMR, go.
It's cool. It's cool. What's it called? Well, to answer the question, I definitely don't think of myself as a professional gamer. Casual, a bit more than casual, if anything. Like, I don't know. It's all cool. And going back to the whole YouTube thing, because I don't really think I got my word in on that, but I don't think there's really much that could stop me. I mean, money's never really been a factor for me. So even still, like, I mean, it's nice to get, a pretty penny here and there, but it's all just for fun, really, for me. I don't know. So I guess I don't really see too much stopping me in the short term.
There was a time when negative feedback could have stopped me. Like I remember, let's say we rewind like 8 months. Then when people responded negatively to a video, or if this is like a bad game got posted up and they all said trash against me, then I was like, why am I even doing this, right? I'm not having fun at this. But now that's changed for me. Like I'm hardened to the point where I think I could run for president and these guys wouldn't hurt my feelings. It's like in my I think it was the video where I talk about what it's like to get older. Some guy wrote that. I don't know how graphic I want to get, but
it was graphic.
Cut it out.
He talked about how he gangbanged my wife and both my children at the same time, and I'm like, yawn. I don't care. I just deleted it, and I get that. Like some guy in the chat, Jackass, just wrote that he's heard this from me before, but. It just happened again, and it doesn't bother me anymore. So there isn't much that can knock me off YouTube at this point. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Well, going back to the whole comments thing, like one thing that I will say about YouTube is that to be, I don't know, I guess you can say comfortable with it all, you got to really have a tough skin because a lot of people are jackasses, to put it frankly. I mean, they'll try to do anything to get under your skin for whatever reason. I mean, you could be doing everything right. And, there'll still be a small percentage of people that hate you for absolutely no reason. And, I mean, just you got to have thick skin for that, I guess.
That's exactly right. Lately, people have been making these parody YouTube accounts against me, like Woody's Gomer Tag. I'll give that idiot a shout-out. And he pretends that he's me and, does whatever. If you go to his page on YouTube, then the whole thing looks like mine. Like, he has the same box-for-box subs in the same order, the same description on the left, like my occupation and my channel's goal and the FAQ. So, then he's like one of 3 that have popped up recently, just imitating me. But whatever. Hate is gonna hate. Move on, do your thing.
There's some real losers out there. I don't get it.
But they entertain me.
They don't entertain me. They just annoy me. They just make me want to track them down and kick them.
How long you think you'll be on YouTube?
I don't see any reason to. I guess I'll stop whenever, like, I'm not excited for the next Call of Duty game. When I get to that point in my life where I'm like, Call of Duty 12's coming out? Who gives a shit? That game was gay since Modern Warfare 2, Like, whenever I get to that point in my life when I'm, like, not excited for a game that's coming out, and I mean, because I like talking to the people, the ones that actually have an IQ above 100, I enjoy talking to them, and I enjoy going back and forth with them about stuff, and I like making the videos, and I like playing the games at this point. Whenever that stops being true, I will.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously I won't be doing a YouTube channel probably 10 years from now, but where that stops in the middle, I'm not quite sure. Another thing that happens is, how long can I do good commentary, right? At some point, people are going to be like, yeah, Woody, you already told us how to go to college, or you already told us how to get your first job, or whatever it is that I talk about. And, and my scene will be old. So, and then someone new will come along who's cooler or more exciting or whatever. And that might be, where I sort of realize it's time to retire and pass the torch. So there it is.
Something else I wanted to talk. Oh, can we talk about my favorite? All right, let me ask a question first. What do you think is the most entertaining television show you've ever seen?
Most entertaining television show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Oh,
That's an easy one. Futurama.
right. I was going to say, I bet Wings gets his nerd on right here, and there we are.
Yep.
Futurama's the most entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's really stupid. All right, Woody.
Oh. I need more time. Can you come back to me?
DMR.
All right. Well, I'm not really big onto TV as a whole, but what I will say is that I'm a huge Gordon Ramsay fan. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but anything that he puts out is effing awesome. So I guess whatever show Gordon Ramsay's on, Hell's Kitchen.
I like the old school Gordon Ramsay stuff, like where he went into like the British show, where he like goes into the people's kitchens and fixes them up, like, and there's like weird cutscenes of him like playing soccer and stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
yeah, I know
those.
what you mean. Yeah.
And he always makes sure he takes his shirt off for some reason. I don't know. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, he's really entertaining. He's funny. He's pretty much blunt and right to the point. And,
Yeah, he's like the Simon Cowell of cooking.
Yeah, pretty much. And I love food, so why not put both of those together?
Gordon Ramsay would get choked by me.
Why is that?
Because Wings doesn't put up with that stuff.
There's no man on this earth will talk to me like that.
Like, what do you think of my souffle, Gordon?
Well, it's dreadful. It's dreadful. It's absolutely abysmal.
Abysmal, huh, Gordon? You know what's abysmal? Bed sores when you're in intensive care unit, bitch. Slave his head to the cooking pot. No, I don't take that. I don't let a grown man talk down to me, and you shouldn't either. Take his face and show him how it feels against a fucking on grill.
Anyway, what do you
Hey, would it be cheating if I said my favorite TV show was Band of Brothers?
No, that's fine. That's a mini-series. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Here's mine. And for anybody who has seen this, you've got to agree with me at least on some level. To Catch a Predator.
Oh, God.
To Catch a fucking Predator. Chris, in case you don't know, Chris Hansen works alongside a group called Perverted Justice. They lure perverts off of internet chat rooms to come to a house and meet up with a child, usually between the ages of 12 and 14. It's either a boy or a girl. And they pretend like they are this supposed boy or girl. And a lot of times they have a decoy who is fucking hot, by the way. I'm just going to throw this out there right now. They're supposed to look 13 or 14, but those chicks are hot.
Not Wings. Kyle, drink for being into 15-year-olds again.
Dude, they're like 18, but they look awesome.
Go on.
Anyway. So the men show up at the house and they're like, "So what's going on?" And they always bring stuff with them because the idea of the show is to humiliate and ruin these men's lives on national television. So they'll be like, "Bring a big bag of condoms. Bring a razor. I want you to shave me. Bring this. Bring that." So these guys will show up with like, this one guy shows up with whipped cream and strawberries, and he comes in. He's talking to this 18-year-old decoy, and he's like. It's this little Asian guy, and he's like, yeah. So here, she's like, I'm gonna go change out of these clothes. I'll be right back. And the guy's like sitting there, he's all smiles. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get some. Now this is awesome. She's fucking hot. All of a sudden, Chris Hansen walks around the corner. He's like, so you got some strawberries there, huh? And the guy's like, oh shit. He's like, and the guy's like standing there like scared shitless. Chris Hansen. Every time he says this, he goes, why don't you have a seat right there? Yeah, let's go have a seat. Just sit down right there. He points to the stool, and he puts the guy on the stool, and then he pulls out the transcript of the conversation that this guy had with the supposed child over the internet, and he reads it out loud. And the guys will try to be like, well, I wasn't going to do nothing.
Every time. That's their line.
Every time. And Chris Hansen's like, really? Because right here you said you asked if he wanted to get fucked in the ass. And, of course, they bleep out. And you see his mouth make the words, and you're like, oh, you got owned, son. It's so good. But the poor Asian – all right, I watched 3 hours of it last night because it's on YouTube if you guys want to see it. 2 of them I felt sorry for. One was the Asian guy because he was there to meet a 14-year-old girl, and when Chris Hansen asked, why, He was like, I've tried other dating services, but they all either say I'm too short or they think that an Asian's going to be nerdy. This is a guy who legitimately just is looking for anybody to like connect with. And when he described the stuff that was in the chat wasn't that perverted, disgusting stuff. He didn't even bring condoms. He told the decoy, he's like, let's just see where it goes from here. Let's just like develop a relationship. He had brought strawberries and whipped cream, and he wanted to kiss the girl. Him I felt sorry for. And then this 19-year-old kid walks in. He was there to meet a 14-year-old as well. And he was in college to be an engineer, and he sits there for, I believe it's 12 minutes total, the video is. 8 minutes of it, he sits there with his head in his hands, and cries. And talks about how stupid he is and how this is going to ruin his life and how he's going to kill himself. That one I felt sorry for as well. If I'm Chris Hansen, I'm going to be like, dude, just go out the back. Just go, man. Just go.
No, how many of these guys on the show get criminally prosecuted?
Every one of them.
They follow up on it every time. It's not
the
just
cops
for
are
TV.
waiting outside. The cops tackle them down. And
So they haven't done nothing.
Yes, they have.
No. That's conspiracy. It could be a pedophile. The girl's 18. The girl's 18. They have nothing.
No, I don't think that's
Trust
true.
me, they list the charges. It's first, it's the intent. The intent is all that matters. It doesn't matter if there was an actual child involved. They had the intent to do so, and it's
Have you seen 14-year-olds lately?
I know. You're not telling me anything I don't know, my friend. I'm just saying.
I'm saying I probably wouldn't pass it up. If
Kyle's
girls
like,
sprawled
stand
out,
back
I'm
here.
like,
This is my area of expertise, hot 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a thing or two.
No, they get them. They have them bring the stuff because it shows intent to commit the crime, and also they'll almost always they'll ask the guy to send him a picture of his junk, and that's a crime as well, transmitting like a lewd image. There's like a whole handful of like federal crimes and different statutes that they're breaking just by
all they
talking.
need some Johnny Cochran. A good lawyer can get you off all those.
Those guys are doing 5 years pretty much regularly. It's 1 to 5 years, and then like probation and shit.
Do you think sex offender laws are too stiff, too different?
Yes,
they are.
Yeah, they are. I think
Be like that kid that got a blowjob from a girl that was like 17 while he was 19. He got 10 years in prison. Fuck that.
There should be two levels there. Like I've thought about this a little bit, and like there are people like it's not Megan. It is Megan's law, yeah, where you have to notify your neighbors that you're a sex offender and you moved in, and you get trapped by Megan's law for all sex offenses. So that includes like when say two 14-year-olds get together and in their given state they're both below the age. Then suddenly they're sex offenders. And it's like, man, it might be a little early, but they shouldn't be registered sex offenders in the same way that a violent rapist is. Another way that people get on the sex offenders list is, like, I've heard of cases about guys who got into sex, who are on the list for, like, masturbating to imaginary child porn, like cartoon drawings of children, and even that's illegal. And I was like, wow, that seems rough. It seems like, there's a level of sexual things that maybe should be crimes. The ones I defined are kind of rough, but there are other things that people could do. Like I say, a flasher, right? That should be a crime, but I don't know about notifying his neighbors for the rest of his life. That seems like too stiff a penalty.
What about the guy who got 10 years for the blowjob on the 17-year-old girl? That's retarded.
Yeah,
Seriously, 10 years for that?
Right.
If everybody that got a blowjob from a 17-year-old was in jail right now, there wouldn't be many YouTube videos out there. I'll go ahead and guarantee you right now.
Look here. Tell the bitch to brush her teeth and go home with your fucking life. I mean, seriously, I would choke a fucking cop if he tried to put me in on charges like that. But what'd you bring me in for?
See how that works out for you.
Oh, no, I'd go down shooting. Let me tell you this. If I ever get to the point where I got to serve human incarceration, I will go suicide by cop.
New topic.
No, wait. We haven't heard EMR's thoughts on sex offender laws.
Suicide by cop, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't really have much to say. You guys pretty much wrapped it up there for me. I mean,
how young of a girl would you have sex with, EMR? You're 19.
Oh, God. No.
I can give you the right answer. The right answer is 4 years younger to the birthday, and you'll be safe.
Oh, well, that's good to know,
in
I
most
guess.
states. Which state are you in?
I'm in Canada, so Canada
shucks,
land for the win.
I'm not sure my advice applies there. You'd have to look up your own sex offender laws.
Do you get that TV show that Pure Ponage is on?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Definitely.
shit! See, we don't get that in the U.S. and you can't watch them
awesome.
online.
Yeah, you can.
Where?
There's I think there's a website for the actual show.
Like,
Pretty sure
I
you
go to
can watch it.
pureonage.com and, like, you can't there. It's called Showcase. That's the network.
He
But,
might not
like-
know that in the U.S. you can't see it online. Like that site that you're
Yeah,
talking about.
that
is-
may be the thing.
There's that site. There's another one where like people actually uploaded episodes and stuff, but I can't remember what it was.
Pirate
If only
Bay.
there was some pirating site, like by the bay.
I did. No, I've been on pirating sites and I can't find it. Like, if anybody out there knows where I can stream Pure Onage, the TV show, I'm not talking about the webisodes. I'm talking about, like, the new TV show they've got on Showcase. Send me that thing on YouTube. Somebody already took care of it.
While we're
Nobody
doing
else
requests
did
for
it.
movies, I've been looking for Titanic 2 from Asylum Films. I've been looking for a thing of that. If anybody knows where I can watch Titanic 2 at, let me know.
Titanic 2?
There's a
Yeah.
Titanic too.
How do you do a sequel to a boat that sank?
Well, what they did is
The
they
boat that
it was the
rides,
100th
Rose.
anniversary of the Titanic, and they made another one.
Worst movie ever.
I was hearing something about that on the news, how they're doing like a cruise or something like that around there.
It was a big luxury liner.
I don't know.
Oh, seriously, dude, if you wanted to make a killing, I mean, if you had the money, you make a cruise liner, it's literally the biggest in the world. You make the new biggest cruise liner in the world. You call it the Titanic, and you make it do the journey that the original Titanic did. What was it? It was like from...
England to New York, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. You put it on that, that's the trip it makes. Do it. It would be awesome.
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was reading on the news a couple days ago on like some website. I think it was like Yahoo or something like that, and they're saying how because 2012 was going to be the 100th anniversary, I believe, for the Titanic sinking. They're doing something like that. I mean, I could have read it wrong. I just skimmed right through it, but it seems like they might be doing that for a select group of people or something like that. Some people are
awesome.
protesting it or something. But
I was thinking about how to make a killing. Pawn shop.
A pawn shop?
Yeah, dude, I watched that movie that TV show Pawn Stars. They make hand over fist on just shitting people out of stuff. This guy will bring something in and be like, yeah, dude, I'm hard up on cash, dude. This is my new Chris Craft boat. I'm going to need $20,000 out of it. I'll give you $7,000. And the guy's so hard up for cash, he takes it. So they got this Chris Craft boat for $7,000. They send it back they get it refurbished for another $4,000, so it looks almost brand new. So they've got $12,000, $12,000 into the boat, and then they sell it for $34,000. I was like, did the podcast just die?
No, we're
No.
all waiting for you to talk. Go ahead. Do you
I'm
want me to
done.
interrupt you? You guys are lost without me interrupting you. I swear that's the deal. You need me to interrupt you. You need me to jump in.
mean,
I don't know,
I'll wait for your
man.
guys'
Like,
opinion on it.
I've been to pawn stores before, and those people don't look wealthy to me. They're looking broke behind the counter
Yeah,
there.
see, the thing is,
they're
all right,
taking
first of all,
this crap and they put it on eBay a lot when they have a hard time moving it. I'm not sure. You might be watching the highlight
the
reel.
show, yeah, exactly. The show you're watching, first of all, that's a huge pawn store. That's that's probably the most successful pawn store in the world, and that's why they got their own TV
That would-
show, which is
That would
probably
be
also.
Dick's pawn shop.
I don't know, Dick.
Dick's has a
But-
chain. They don't.
Yes, you do, baby. You know it.
Oh my God, Woody!
You know Dick's pawn shop.
Wings didn't get the joke. No, but seriously. But seriously, I just
There's got to
yeah,
be
you know,
money there.
there is money there, but I mean, it's like
Yeah,
the
but-
dirty money.
You're
I
looking
don't-
at these old people with the unsuccessful pawn shops. Probably because they don't know shit. They make bad deals commonly. They'll buy this thinking it's worth more than it actually is, and it turns out to be stolen, and they take it from the cops or something of that nature. If you get somebody in there knowledgeable, you get a staff that knows what they're doing, you could probably make a lot of money pawn storing.
It'd be hard to get started though, and I don't know. I just don't. I think there are better ways to make money than.
Oh, there are
than a
better
pawn
ways
shop.
to make money. Here's the idea I had to make money. I live on US 378.
Before we go there, do you think having a pawn shop in your neighborhood increases crime?
Yes,
No.
it's a place to take your stolen shit.
No, but see, you don't accept stolen shit.
How, dude?
How do you know if it's stolen? Is it the
You ask
stolen sticker
questions.
you put on it? Like, what kind of questions do you ask? Other than,
You
is it
cannot
stolen?
run a successful pawn shop without taking stolen shit. You just can't. That's where you take your stolen shit. You take it to the pawn shop because they'll give you $100 for that DeWalt skill saw that you just ripped off down the block.
Is this how you made your first gazillion dollars?
God. You got to stop doing that to me, Woody. It's hard for me to get from subscribers when you keep making me sound like I'm Scrooge McDuck. They call me that now. It's not cool.
I was just gonna say you took that up. I was actually just gonna say it. But
You were going to say what? That he's Scrooge McDuck?
It's the first thing that comes into mind nowadays.
If you want people to stop calling you Scrooge McDuck, you should stop swimming in a vault of gold coins.
Or making
I don't
echoes
have
in your
all the
house.
gold coins. It's more like a little room. Come on.
Drink.
It's a small guest bedroom.
Dude, I totally want to get FPS McDuck as my next gamer tag.
Fuck you guys. You guys are
Yeah,
a bunch
but
of
my
cockblockers.
idea to make some serious money is franchising. Like I live like almost right off US 378, and there's no McDonald's on that motherfucker. And I was like, well, there's probably somewhere. It's a big ass road, but in my area, there's no McDonald's there. I'm like, damn, a McDonald's would make a killing right there at the caution line.
You
what I
must
think
need
about-
like a good amount to start it up, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
$4 billion.
See, I'm making all this money off of YouTube right now. I'm gonna invest that and probably try to get into the McDonald's franchise, as you know, because everybody's gonna eat until the end of time. I don't see McDonald's going anywhere.
Right.
And
What's
plus
the
you got
cost to
free
get into a
McDonald's.
McDonald's? You know, I once got into, I got interested in an Exxon dealership. And so here's the deal. I would fill up at this Exxon. It didn't have like a little quickie mart. I don't know what to call it. And it didn't even have employees. There were just a couple owners. They swung by every day and made sure the place wasn't vandalized and that the tanks had money or had fuel in them. And that was it. It was like an unmanned gas station. And I went there and filled up all the time. And one time I caught the owners filling up or, like checking on the pumps and stuff. And I got to talking to him. And it turned out that he and his 4 brothers owned 3 gas stations. And I was like, oh, that ratio is more than 1 to 1. That's cool. If there's 4 people living off 3, then having 1 might be a good living. And I talked to him for a little while, and it just seemed like something I was interested in. Do you know how much it costs to have a gas station? It's like $250,000 a pump to get going. And a lot of these guys have like 8 and 16 pumps. It is crazy expensive. And I went to the Exxon dealership and looked into, what they want. You have to prove your net worth, like, no debt or anything. Like your net worth is something like $2.5 million just to like initiate the franchise. So there was a serious barrier to entry.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Are there,
people do it.
Are
It
there
isn't
not
that
like-
much for restaurants.
I don't know. I bet
If you want a
McDonald's is pretty pricey.
Yeah, if you want a McDonald's, you need $250,000 of unborrowed money, which basically means you literally need $250,000 cash to
get
even
that.
begin the discussion. Cash.
Are there
I
not
can
like
get
waiting
that.
lists and stuff like
Unborrowed.
that?
Like,
Yeah,
free-
unborrowed. I can get that in the next 3 or 4 years.
Dude, aren't you like $70,000 in debt?
Yeah.
You
I
talking
won't
about
be in
having
4 or 5 years
$250,000
from now.
unborrowed?
If everything goes as planned, I can get that in the next 5 years. I can be out of debt, everything I have paid off, and have $250,000 in the bank unborrowed.
My plans are more modest. I would like it if in the next few years I paid off my home.
I don't
which
want to
think
work
is-
again, Woody.
Well,
I
who
never
does?
want to punch a time clock ever again.
You know what I would do? I just go to the vault, grab a handful, and run.
Jesus Christ.
Well, when we go visit FPS Kyle, we're just going to
Uh-huh.
just take a couple sacks with us.
right. He won't notice.
I
just
told
like
you
stuff
guys
your
that I had a
pockets.
vault in my house in confidence, and you got to just go throwing it everywhere.
Just grab, hey, aren't
The guy
You know that-
says Kyle wipes sweat with $20 bills.
you know that hunting trip I'm trying to get invited to that you guys won't bring me on? When we go over there, we'll stop by Kyle's vault. We'll fill our little we'll bring one of those Dickies
Halloween buckets.
No, like what do you wear when you go hunting? Like one of those one piece like bodysuit things that they have like 6 pockets in them, right? Load up with his
Talking about
gold
overalls?
coins. Yeah, overalls, but like the warm ones. Fill up the 6 pockets, and you're good to go. Never work again.
Sitting in the deer stand, clinging. Cling, cling.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it costs you need $250,000 for the McDonald's thing, free and clear, and that's not including the property, which you're gonna need like an acre, I guess, and in the place where you would want to build a McDonald's, an acre is probably gonna run you a lot.
Not where I'm planning out. Where I'm planning out, I could probably get the whole acre of land, probably 2 acres of land for about $20,000, clear and free.
Yeah. I don't know about that because it's $5,000 an acre here, and that's just like
it's
out
nowhere
in the
near
nowhere.
that here.
But you're talking about a prime acre, it might be, right?
These ain't prime acres. There's nothing out there. But
why would you want to?
Because there's nothing out there.
Everybody's gonna be like, "You want to go to McDonald's?"
It's the only place to eat.
I got enough gas to get there.
It's the only place to eat between Aner, Conway, and Columbia.
Wait, like I don't know how it works with like franchises and stuff, but like don't you guys have waiting lists for that kind of stuff? Or aren't they like really super long?
I don't know.
Especially for like franchises.
It's hard to
like,
get into that sort of thing. Let me just say this, Wings. It sounds to me like for you to get your McDonald's franchise working, that Woody's going to have to come down there and get a gas station franchise working just so that people can make it back home from your McDonald's.
No, dude.
No.
I'd actually take a picture of the spot. I won't, because there's a convenience store right beside it. But the fact is, everybody goes down that road, and it's just outside of town. And the fact is, it's a major highway. It's like the main route to Columbia, South Carolina. And once you pass that spot, it's 100 miles before you hit the next Hardee's. People go home, people do this, people come from football games. That would blow up. It'd be a 24-hour location.
You need, what you need to serve there? McWings.
Coffee?
Hey, Jake, I'm sorry, I know we don't like to interact with the chat, but this is a cool opportunity. Somebody said they got 47,000 acres of hunting land. If you really do, send me a message on YouTube, dude. I'll come out there and hunt with you. It'd be great. We'll kill some stuff.
I have a topic. And I was playing Modern Warfare with Kyle. This is about, I'll say 4 weeks ago. And he was like trying to get advice from the lobby that we were playing with, like all the guys, picture a bunch of YouTubers playing Modern Warfare together. And he's like, "Hey guys, how far would you travel to have sex? Like a sure thing." And I thought that'd be a good podcast topic.
I could have swore that came up before.
About 2 hours.
2 hours? See,
Yeah.
I'm here's they're all telling me to drink because I changed the topic. But I thought about it. If I was in Kyle's position, there's really no limit to how far I would travel to do that. I'd go anywhere. Where is she? Minnesota? I'd like to see Minnesota. I would both travel there and do the deed. Is she in Ireland? Yeah, I'll go. What the heck? Yeah, I'll make a vacation out of it. She could be on Jupiter. And it's like, I'd like to see Jupiter. I'll go. And then I'll have a good time when I'm there.
I wonder how bad that hurricane actually is. Oh, there's some pussy? Okay. We got a plan.
We got a plan. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, she could be in New Zealand, and it'd be like, yeah, that's freaking awesome. I've got something. Now I have a reason to go to New Zealand. This is not me. This is, the if I were Kyle.
Yeah, you
Rent
guys.
me a sports car while I'm out there.
Right,
and
first of all,
there.
the people in the chat are asking, is she a 10 or whatever? Like, how hot is she? Like, all right, that picture on my Skype, guys, that's her. And
she's worth traveling for, guys.
Oh, Grizz.
and hang on, I've got another one.
Oh, Kyle does this, man. Kyle gets, more amateur. She's not naked in this picture I'm looking at. She has a bra and panties on, it looks like. And they match, kind of. And
she got legs that go all the way down.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah,
Bow Chicka FPS Bow Chicka Wow Wow. I love it. And yeah, dude, I would, not me, the alternative me that's single and has travel money. There's around the world. She could be in Zimbabwe, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm in. Never seen Zimbabwe.
I mean, it's only like a.
You might see age in Zimbabwe.
What? yeah, maybe a little nervous.
And here's the
that.
face. It may take a second to update, but I changed the profile picture to the face.
Oh, she's pretty too. Yeah. Kind of got a pouty thing going on, but she's a pretty girl.
She's got about a 6'4" thing going on too.
She is. She's tall.
Really?
Yeah.
You see those legs on her?
Wait,
Those legs are like anacondas.
She's 6'3" or 6'4". I don't know.
6'3".
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's how tall I am. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, have you met her?
No, of course not. She lives in fucking Scotland.
Scotland? I would go to Scotland. What did... Dude, hop in your jet. Hop in your jet. I've seen your jet. You do like loops in it, and you take the little ducklings with you. So
We were just I told you not to tell them about my plane, Woody. And you, every fucking time, you gotta like one up it and just make them think I'm rich. You gotta talk about my plane. These people did not need to know I had a. It's for business trips.
Anyway, I would hop in the whatever U.S. McDuck and head out to Scotland and meet your friend there.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm thinking about it. You know what? The really gay reason that I'm not wanting to go like immediately.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be gay because we're talking about girls here. Go ahead. What is your gay reason?
For not going like anytime soon.
Halo Reach.
Black Ops.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Wait, why
I was like, I'll come out there sometime soon, but Black Ops coming out pretty soon. I got to be around the house, take care of that.
But why can't you get out there before Black Ops?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stay for a while. I'm not flying fucking 6,000 miles to stay for a day.
How long are we
move
talking
in.
here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll move on in for a month or two.
They got like 50, two.
They got TABE internet out there.
Well, in that case, you're a Scrooge McDuck. I'm sure you can get another copy of Black Ops.
Yeah, get a European copy of Black Ops. Get a pal.
You know how much it's going to cost for me to fly an Xbox to Scotland?
Nothing. Stick it in your
Nothing.
I'm
in
going to
suitcase.
trust.
International shipping gonna be like $50.
Oh no! Worst case scenario, they steal about 2.5 minutes of your earnings. Just try it. Throw it in the suitcase. You'll be good to go.
I don't know. Why doesn't she come to me? Because I want to go to fucking Scotland, dude. I want to see the Loch Ness Monster. I'm going to kill that fucker. I'm bringing my gun with me. I got to figure out a way to smuggle it in.
You know how much it's going to cost you to ship that gun there? A lot more than it would be an Xbox.
Yeah, they have a hard time getting the money from me if I got a gun.
So let's go around. I answered the question. I said I would pretty much travel anywhere in the universe just because you kill two birds with one stone. One, you meet the girl, and two, you get to travel. So earn my respect. How far would you travel to...
I'll go ahead and agree with you, Woody. I mean, if it's a sure thing and, it's 10, then why not, why not go anywhere?
You got to go 10. I'd go as low as 5.
That was freaking awesome. He's like, I'm going to outbid him. I'll go 3.5. I'll go 3.5. I'll go 3.5 if it's sunny there.
Sure thing pussy's another thing. If she was a 5, I'd be like, you got to give this shit up, right? She's like, yeah, I'll be there in 2 hours.
Yeah. And then we have Kyle.
Maybe I could raise money for the trip somehow by I've got videos of her naked. Like could I sell those for $100 a pop and make the trip free?
Did you know you can put naked people videos on YouTube?
No.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I just discovered that. I saw.
Oh
this,
yeah, like the breast exam videos and stuff.
No, these were people dancing to "Stand by Me."
Send me a link.
All right, I tweeted it. I'm sure I can find it recently.
I'm pretty sure it flew under the radar and hasn't been fucking banned yet. But they'll probably get a note here in about 10 minutes from 80,000 people. Like, oh, I'm offended.
Yeah. By the way, people keep asking for my Skype. If you try to add me on Skype, I immediately block you because that's a way for people to get my IP address. And if you want to be in touch with me, like YouTube private messages, I check them every day. I check them every half hour. So that's
Here's another thing. If you get my Skype from a friend I might have added to your Skype that you're friends with, I'll block you if you send me a message.
So
I don't care who you are.
Now that I know you can be naked on YouTube, does
No.
this open up new doors for S&Ds?
Oh, she can dance. Forget the nudity. She can dance.
She can dance. And
I'm missing this link here.
it's in the chat. So yeah, you can be naked on YouTube. Which of the major YouTube commentators do you think would take advantage of this?
Shit, son, I will.
I'm thinking Pink Ranger.
Oh. Pink Ranger is pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Or then you got dude comes out of nowhere. Why didn't you warn me about that?
So, yeah, Hutch for sure. Naked Tuesday. I'm liking this. No, oh wait, that sounded really gay. But who's the other one I'm thinking? Oh, Foo Fighters girl. Dude, Foo Fighters girl. She, you might know her as the girl that did that one commentary pretending to be Sandy Ravage.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. So, yeah. If some girl got into like naked YouTube commentary, she'd immediately be bigger than C Nanners.
I think you mentioned what S&Ds, John.
Yeah. It just seems like he could pull that off, doesn't it? The thing is, he has this alternative life, right? Isn't he like a professional who works in an office? Who knows what he does for a living? Is he an architect or something?
This is porn. I mean, they're making out on the left side here while this bitch doing handstand.
Dude, this is great. I don't find this inappropriate at all. This is great. This is really entertaining. I would watch it without the nudity.
You know, I think this would be hotter with clothes, to be honest.
I'm gonna agree.
Like, if there were, like, some bikini tops and they shit was, like, bouncing, I mean, nudity just leaves nothing to the imagination.
She might want to get a waxing done towards the next show or something. That's a little outrageous. And that dude in the back with that silly goatee, like, I don't know what he's doing back there. I can do his part. Like, he hasn't done anything impressive yet.
Run around it.
You know what he did? He made out with that girl for like 2.5 minutes and walked away with no boner. She was like,
yeah, that was.
Yeah.
She's like, that's it.
She was full mounted on
shit
him
up there, and they probably just got done running.
Yeah. So apparently you can put that on YouTube. Between my Twitter and this podcast, I think I got that video like 4,000 views.
This is great.
Now, who come up with this kind of idea? Oh, let's all get naked in a yellow room with ducks on the wall.
And reenact the...
and coordinate dancing to Take On Me.
I'm going to favorite this shit and watch this every day.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get back on topic. Earn my respect. Who do you see taking advantage of the nudity's okay on YouTube clause?
Definitely S&Ds. I can definitely see him doing that. And it working out well for him.
Man.
I'd say Hutch. He's pretty out there with that kind of stuff, you know, putting his balls in Cena Anderson's face. So
yeah, that's his channel background now.
Yeah, no doubt Hutch. I don't know.
Hutch
I don't know really.
Lose. Dude, Hutch has this. There is a rumor going around that Hutch is 11 inches long, right? I mean, that's the. I think he started that rumor.
Right.
But so yeah, 11 inches long. What if that's not true? Yeah, what if it's not true? What if he loses that? So anyway,
Hutch, I saw him.
I might just keep it a secret.
He had that video where he says it. You know, he's talking to that Asian chick who I suppose works at the office. Yeah, at the Machinima, and he goes in there. And he pulls up his shirt and he's like messing with his belly button. He's like, so see my last video, my Geometry Wars score. Yeah, it's pretty beast. Beat Sam, and she's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "Yeah, so thinking maybe we go out sometime, She's like, "Get the fuck out of my office!" And he walks out, and he turns around, and looks at her one last time. And he's like, "I have an 11-inch penis." She's like, "Get the fuck
out!" That's
good. Yeah, so Hutch and S&Ds, those are our best ideas so far.
Yeah, I'd say it'd work out pretty well for them. Let's just put it at that.
Wings, you got any ideas? Who in the Call of Duty community? Sark, maybe.
No.
Sark.
I could care less about seeing any of the YouTube commentators naked. No.
Well, how about this? Here's how I would take advantage of it. You'd have FPS Kyle's Lady of the Week. and we'd have a different one every week. That. Yeah.
This is
I think
why you're
I
rich.
think the best route for this would be, Sandy Rabbit's getting Foo Fighters girl to do, live nude com on all his videos.
God, I've watched that 10 times a day.
Sandy Rabbit should have a monopoly on the fucking commentary game.
Everybody be like, yeah, did you see Hutch's new video? We got 10 nukes. Fuck that shit, man. I'm watching this one again.
What if Kenzie Baby became a YouTube commentator? She could go huge.
I think we're talking about To Catch a Predator at this point, Woody.
What? How old is she?
She's 14.
Like
No. Oh my god, I had no idea.
Wow.
Chris Hansen, he's gonna be coming.
Wait,
Woody,
she's 14?
Woody,
You
have a seat
flirted
right
with
there.
her for a month.
Woody, sit down.
We're going to sit down, Woody, here.
Woody, you know how I operate. I mean, that's common knowledge.
I had no idea. She looks
Yeah.
like 22.
Did you not hear me say 14? Have you seen 14-year-olds lately?
Oh.
See, this is what we were talking about, Woody. This is where you need to be filled in. This is where old age kicks in.
She doesn't. I had no idea she was 14. My
Yeah.
daughter's 11. Like,
Oh, Woody, you dirty old man.
Yeah.
Robbing the
I
cradle.
thought
huh,
she
Woody?
was in college. All right. New topic.
That would be
No,
three
we got
shot.
But,
Yeah, that's like 5
Kenzie's
shots right
really
there.
cute. I would go to see Kenzie. Like, I go hang out with her. She's cute.
Have a seat over here.
Yeah, Woody's got like big ass titties, make it so hard to see.
Jesus Christ. See, there we go again. Wings. We always got to go a step too far. We always got to shoot a juice tits off or something.
Have we mentioned Hitler yet in the podcast?
You just did right there.
You can't have a week go by without
This
bringing it up.
podcast, I went to sign in just, at the beginning of the podcast, and it was like, are you 18 years old or older? And I was like, really?
Oh yeah, I got that on lockdown, man. Let's be clear. This is not like my YouTube channel.
So you 18 yet? No? You got your fake ID?
Oh yeah, there's no more
Kenzie's
surefire
17.
way.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said 14.
17.
It doesn't matter. 17, you still get nailed 10 years.
Yeah, but at least it was a more forgivable mistake.
Hey, I'm
Like,
24, but I look 18 when I shave. Like, I can pull that off.
Speaking of shaving, I'm going to shave this. I got to shave this week. I got to shave my beard off.
How long's it been now, Abe?
Yeah, do you have the Abe Lincoln thing going? Like, do you shave your mustache and not your beard?
Yeah, I do that.
Take a picture.
Wings, here's what I want from you, please.
I mean,
please.
it's in all my pictures.
Get the hat. Get the
That's
hat.
what I was gonna say. What are you stealing my idea? I was gonna say, get the hat, dude. Get the hat,
man.
and
Dude,
be like,
I want you to have the
I wear
hat when we
suspenders,
go
too.
hunting. You don't know it. I'm going to come on this hunting trip. Fuck you. I invited me.
I look like a damn Amish guy when I'm dressed up.
I'm going to go down there. I'll have 2 guns. You tell me which one to shoot. I'll point it at some, poor herbivore.
Let me bring a black powder rifle with us.
What? Oh yeah, for your Abe Lincoln hat. That's
I've
perfect.
got 3 of those. I
got one. I got one black powder rifle.
I got really good ones though.
Well, mine's a Thompson.
We know you've got really good ones. There was never any doubt.
I do. I've got really good ones. I got the ones with the caps, and you use the powder cartridges, and yeah,
You got the trap door guns, huh?
How many gun
Yeah,
safes
they-
do you have?
How many guns or gun saves?
Gun safes.
2.
2.
I got
Okay.
3.
So someone asked why we felt the need to have the guns that we have, right? Like everyone on Painkiller, I'm the least well armed, and I think I've got 4 guns.
Nope, that'd be me. Well,
Oh,
guess wise.
Okay. So why do you guys have guns?
I like them.
I like them. They're fun. All right. First of all, they're an investment. I'll just give you a random example. I got a Ruger Super Red Hawk revolver. It's a really good revolver. It's a 44 Magnum. New, it was like $500 new. And like I went to the gun store the other day. They had a used one for $700. I was like, all right, there we go. It's an investment. The thing is that they don't really lose their value. So if you ever did get in some terrible, I would never sell a gun. First of all, I treasure my guns.
I
But
treasure them
if shit got bad, you could, if you had to, sell the guns. Now, and the other thing is, they're really fun. Like somebody was like, "Why would you have 4 Remington 700s?" Because I've got 4 Remington 700s, and I was like, "They're different calibers. They're they're different variants, and they're for different jobs.
And they have the best action on the market.
Yeah, exactly. It's the most accurate out-of-the-box rifle in the world that you can just go to the store and pick up. Remington 700 is an amazing rifle. It's perfect.
It's also what they make the M40 out of for all the wrist fanboys.
Yep.
The M40 starts its life out as a Remington 700 out the box.
Yep. I got a Remington 700 Sendero edition, and it's basically an M40. It's got the bull barrel. It's got the glassed out stock. It's nice.
Free floating barrel. Get the $100 bill going right under it.
Absolutely.
$100 bill. Gangster, baby.
I don't know. I love guns. I love just going out and shooting guns and blowing stuff up. I mean, somebody today gave my dad like 50 boxes of 223 ammo. I'm gonna go get out my AR-15 and have some fun with that tomorrow. Like, I mean,
50
I love shooting.
Yeah, that's like a $2,000 investment now.
Well, I mean, he's a pretty rich guy that gave it to him.
You?
Reason I got into guns, well, first off, I needed a hobby. I started out, my first gun was a Ruger 22, 1022 Ruger, the 22 rifle. I got that when I was like 11 or 12, and I got pretty good at shooting it. So as I got older, I wanted to start entering, contests, around here, because we have Francis Marion Shooting Range, which is huge. It's basically just a wide open field with big ass hills in the background to stop the bullets. And so I started doing that on the weekends when I was off of school. So I had to buy a rifle capable of reaching out to the hills. So I went to Walmart and I bought a Remington 700 right out the box. It was still have it. It was actually I turned it into my target rifle, and I did the whole thing. I changed the barrels on it, changed the scope, and put a lot of that money into the gun. And once I got into the guns, I was like, well, I need a handgun now. I wanted it to be a concealed carry weapon holder, so I bought a handgun, and then I wanted another handgun, so I went and bought another handgun. Then I got into World War II, so I started, and I seen that World War II guns were dirt cheap. So I started collecting World War II guns. And it just kind of kept snowballing and snowballing.
This guy sent me a message. He's got a cabin in Wyoming and 47,000 acres. If you guys want to go hunting, that'd be a fun video.
Wyoming, huh?
Yep.
Huh.
Wow. I'd have to bring my HD camera for that trip. I had to make some kind of money off of it.
Yeah, can I get a ride, Kyle?
No, man, you have to go on your own plane.
Hey, have I told the story about the fat guy on the beach that we picked up?
No.
No? So this could be the cool story, bro. So I was a lifeguard in Ocean City, and here's how it went down. So this guy was in water that was like, say, thigh deep.
You've told this story.
What the fuck? I just asked you if I told the story.
I thought you actually picked a fat guy off the beach, not saved his life. This is about the guy with the family brung around.
Nope, different story. All right, so that guy wasn't heavy. He was just not kind of nerdy. Anyway, so this guy's in thigh deep water, no big deal, and he steps on what he thinks is a crab. Have I told the story?
No.
Nope. All right, so he gets this clever idea. And he says, instead of just yanking his foot away like any normal person would do with a crab, he's going to reach down and he's going to grab the crab and punish it for squeezing his toe. And that's what he does. So he reaches in the water, and mind you, he's thigh deep, so he kind of has to put his face in the water to grab the crab. And it turns out to be a double hook sea fishing lure. You know how they have the two hooks on them? And,
oh my God!
Yeah. So now what's actually happened is he's got one of the hooks is in his big toe, and the other hook is now in his thumb.
Yeah. Oh God!
Yeah, and he's bent over with his face in the water, and it's not deep or anything, but he's drowning in 3 feet of water because he's hooked his thumb to his toe. And he starts waving to us with his free hand, for help. And then he makes the mistakes. He falls over, and now he's in the seated position with his toe and his thumb linked together. And And that's when my partner and I go out there, and we don't know what's wrong with this guy. Like, you know, we're not sure why he's seated or anything like that. So what we end up doing is we pull in the lifeguard stand, the thing that you sit on, this bench is it's made like 2x4s, it's pretty strong. And we take it out there, we sit him on it, and we pull him to the beach. And so that was kind of cool, you know. I don't know if he was going to die or anything. He might have wiggled his way to the land on his own. But then there's like this, it's called a mule. It's a small, like, 4x4. And they use that and take him up to the ambulance. And I rode in the back of the mule. It felt all cool, and it was a nice diversion from a normal day at the beach. And in the ambulance, and I'm pretty strong at this point, the EMTs weren't able to use the wire cutters to like clip the barbs off the fish hook and separate the two. So they handed over the wire cutters to me, and I performed my little, you know, fishing lure operation and helped them remove it from his hand and his foot. And that was a pretty good day.
That's a terrible situation to be in. Damn.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. So, but it was awesome for me.
That hurt.
Awesome. So yeah, I was not. I wasn't the best lifeguard. I was really good at saving people, but I loved doing it so much that I would like let them take risks and stuff. Like, go out further, it's cool, no problem.
When he's like, "Hey kids, you want to see how far we can swim out? Let's all go."
Oh yeah, man. Kids with boogie boards and like, you know, I know there's an offshore breeze and that these guys might blow out to sea, but I'm cool with that. I'll deal with it if it comes up.
Woody and like 3 8-year-olds are swimming as hard as they can out to sea. He waits till they all get tired and start drowning. He's like, "All right, everybody hop on my back."
That's pretty much how I rolled. I had we called them mascots. I had like a couple of 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds that used to always hang out at my stand, and I had this long tandem board. It was like 14 or 16 foot long surfboard, and you would use that to rescue people if they were really far out. And I used to stick a kid or two on the nose of that thing and then surf them around, and it was a blast. It's I don't know. I'd get to surf at work. It's the closest I'll ever be to a professional athlete. It was neat.
All right, so this is all starting to make more sense now. This early time spent with young children. Now I'm starting to understand.
Where's Kenji?
You know, everybody's wearing their their swimsuits.
Oh,
getting all
yeah.
sweaty.
Dude, I had to build rules, right? Because when you paddle out there, they would be on the nose of the board and I'd be on the back. So you can picture yourself and like a 10-year-old girl in a bathing suit. Like my head is, and her knees would be bent. And I'm like, dude, there's a rule. Your knees stay together. That's how this goes. If you think you're about to fall off, fall off. Just keep your knees together. This is how we work. And she started getting the deal. Like, yeah, my knees cannot be separated when he's paddling me out there. That is how we work. So
why would they be facing you anyway, Woody? Like, why would they face out to sea?
They do, but I'm behind her. Right? So you picture us like, her chest is on the board and my chest is on the board. It's a long, 14, 16-foot board, right?
I was imagining her sitting on the end of the board.
No, you lay on your belly on the way out there. Yeah, and as you catch the wave, you lay on your belly too. So, you have a dad story? Didn't you start to tell one earlier?
I told it though. Like, why? Kyle's dad versus the bear. Kyle's dad. Like, a bear? Really?
Well, I got the story this week.
Oh, go ahead, Wings, bring it. We'll wrap up the podcast shortly, I think.
Well, go and wrap the podcast up with what we started with. For those who didn't come in right away, I usually take naps before Painkiller already because I have a retarded sleep schedule. And I was having kind of a wet dream this time, and I was making out with a girl, and I was behind her, and I was rubbing on her belly, kissing the back of her neck, and it was starting out like the whole wet dream kind of thing. And then a bombing run happens. I mean, you hear the war horns and the bomb sounds like, So my first instinct is to get into my truck. And when I get outside, my truck, the front end of my nose of my truck is like halfway buried from underground from a bombshell. Like it hit in front of it and it like kicked the dirt over on top of the hood. So I'm sitting here with my hands trying to dig the truck out. I don't know. Does that mean it's symbolic or something? I'm like, what do you guys think?
We want to analyze Wings' dream. So he was about to get lucky, and then an AC-130 drops a 105 on him. So
these are Luftwaffe. Like you ever I'm sort of picturing like London on fire, and there's like these like long triangle bomb shapes. You hear the drone of the planes.
I don't think Luftwaffe is a word.
Whatever.
I figured it was something about World War II.
It was hundreds of planes.
So what is it? Could he be predicting the future here in some like metaphor way? Like, things start going well for him and then they turn downhill. Could he be?
That's deep.
Could we be invaded shortly?
Is it some sort of creative manifestation of his impotence?
I'd be invaded the way Obama's running the borders.
Oh Jesus. No one else has taken a stab at this? I've done two.
I think it's a disturbing dream, and I'd like to hear much, much less about Wings' dreams.
I will have to agree with that one.
Come on, you never had a dream like that started out as a wet dream and then ended up as like you're running for your life?
I can honestly say that I've never had a wet dream, first of all. Second of all,
everybody's had a wet dream. You're lying like Sean Hannity now.
All right, first of all, do not talk about Sean Hannity like that while I'm here.
The motherfucker said he never watches porn. Liar.
You said that too. Liar.
You did say that. You said
I said I do not watch porn on this tower. I have more than one tower in the house.
That is not what you said.
No,
Not
yeah.
what you said.
You said that you never masturbate too.
Yes,
I don't.
you did. You've said a lot of things that are questionable, my friend. I'm not gonna. And just as Sean Hannity should not be put under a spotlight for all the great things that he's done,
wait.
you should also.
What is Sean Hannity
run
done?
a charity organization and take all the money himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Didn't
remember
Sean
that.
Hannity have like a propaganda show that's all fucking right wing that sucks ass? Yeah. Did Sean Hannity fire his co-host because he was not always agreeing with him? Yeah.
Is it true that Sean Hannity's hair is more protective than a helmet? Yeah.
Hey, that man has a fine head of hair. You stay off.
Fuck Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity's the kind of guy I would beat in the back alley and never feel bad. I wouldn't lose a night of sleep over it.
Tired of your propaganda, Wings.
If I could kick in Sean Hannity's face with a steel-toe work boot, I would do it.
Sean Hannity is a great man.
From this podcast, I've learned that Wings wants to grill Gordon Ramsay's face, kick somebody in the face with a grill, or
Suicide
not a
by cop.
Suicide, right? Exactly that one. I missed that one, and then steel-toe working boot. That's awesome.
Right.
You know what? Steel-toe work boots are actually one of the most comfortable shoes you can wear, at least in my opinion. Maybe it's because I wore them so damn long.
You don't walk too much.
No, I used to have to walk a lot. I used to work in a fucking steel mill, dude. The bitch was like a mile long.
Get yourself a pair of Nikes, man. It doesn't get any more comfortable than that. Some ankle socks.
Nikes rub your feet wrong after you walk a long time. Steel-toe work boots, you got a right pair.
So I have a good pair of steel-toe work boots. I have, are they Red Wings? Is that what they are? Does that sound like an American brand?
I like Georgia boots myself.
Okay. I like Georgia boots too. Georgia boots are pretty damn good. I don't like the Justins. Those things are fucking gay.
The most comfortable boots you can buy are high-end hiking boots. You know, the soft ones that people wear nowadays. That's it.
But
they're made for 40 miles a day.
Yeah, it just depends what you're doing with them. Like, if you're working on a farm, you can't be wearing stuff like that. Like, they'll rot apart, but, like...
Yep.
I got a pair of, Georgia boots that I've had for about a year, and I've walked through some pretty disgusting things with those, and those have held up pretty well. Whereas the Justin boots I had before them, they were like $180, fell apart.
You know what I want to hear about? And you probably don't want to talk about it. One of your businesses. Don't you own, 75,000 chickens?
It's 120,000 at a time.
At a time. So
yeah.
How does that business work? How do you even feed the chickens? I assume they're all for food. Right? They're not egg laying chickens.
They're called broilers. They're the kind of chickens that you end up making chicken nuggets out of. I think ours actually go to a lot of lean cuisine meals. That's one of our biggest customers. But basically, everything is automated. The houses that the chickens are in are 500 feet long by about 40 feet wide, and everything's automated. The water, the food, the lighting, it's all computer controlled. The air ventilation, everything is. They bring the chickens, and it's when they're little chicks, they don't
so
weigh.
Let me interrupt you there. So you don't actually like birth the chickens. You buy boatloads of chicks.
No, we don't. Technically, we're a contractor for the for a company like Tyson or like Butterball, but ours is called Pilgrim Pride. So we're a contractor for them. They hatch the chicks in their own hatcheries, and they bring the chicks to us and unload them into our houses, and we grow them for 7 weeks. That's how long we grow chickens. It just depends on what the chicken's going to be used for. Some people go 6, some people go 7, some people go 9 weeks, just depending on how big of a chicken they need. And then at the end of the term, they come and pick them up.
So it sounds like, I hope this doesn't sound bad, but it sounds like your chickens end up in like lower end foods, like, you know, McNuggets and TV meals and stuff like that, right? Is there something different about your chickens than the chicken tenders I might buy?
No. Well, I don't. They don't go to Chicken Nuggets. I was just joking about that. But it used to be that I'm not sure what they go to now. I think a lot of it might be. I think there might have been a grocery store that picked us up a while back, like a big chain of grocery stores. But I'm not really sure. You guys can go online and see where Pilgrim's Pride chicken actually goes. But it used to be Lean Cuisine. I remember a lot of our stuff went to Lean Cuisine. But I mean, it's not like low grade chicken or anything.
I didn't even know if there were grades of chickens.
I don't think there are
beforehand.
There's different breeds.
What happens to the waste?
What do you mean, like?
They go poo, right? I pictured like 120,000 chickens going poo on the ground. Before long, it's like, what are they, 6 feet higher than they were before?
We don't. All right, that's kind of funny you say that, because we clean the chicken houses out completely once a year. So yeah, after a year, the ceiling is a lot closer than it used to be, and but as far as like there'll be like cakes of chicken crap in the house, and you use a piece of equipment that goes in there and like chops it up and like it's like a litter box, it rakes out the clumps and leaves like a fine powder that is like sterile, and you just keep recycling it, and at the end of the year, like, you clean them completely out with tractors, and it gets spread on the fields in the area, cornfields, wheat fields, soybean fields, stuff like that.
Huh. All right. Well, I guess I know everything there is to know about the chicken business.
Yep. It works out pretty nicely.
Yep. All right. So, any other topics you guys want to cover before we wrap up the podcast?
I got nothing.
Come on, you got to give one topic. You gotta.
Well, okay. Well, there was
calling
something
out EMR.
How does it feel to be America's hat?
Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to ignore that one. I'm not going to ignore that one. And go ahead and ask you guys, because, I mean, you guys are on the higher end of this YouTube thing. And we were talking about this whole before you guys were talking about Skype and, getting random stuff, requests and stuff and like that. I'm sure Xbox is pretty much the same for you guys now. Like, how do you guys maintain and get, keep a level head with all the requests and all that kind of stuff? Because I imagine you guys get a lot. And
ignore them.
Just ignore them? That's all? That's it?
What do you mean by, like, the requests? Like, what are you going for?
When is too much? Because I remember somebody had sent me a friend request on Xbox Live. And, I'm not the one to, block people or anything like that, But this guy sent me a request, I think, 7 times, and I kept on ignoring. So I guess where I'm going with this is, when is too much, and, like, how often do you guys get it?
So what I do for my subs has varied as my channel grew, right? So back when I had, like, 1,000 or 2,000 subs, people would say, "Hey, Woody, would you watch this video for me and give me a critique of my commentary?" That lasted through about, 7,000 or 8,000, and then it was like, wow, I'm literally getting like 2 or 3 hours a day of homework on, like, commentary critiques. So it was too much. And then for a long time, up to about 50,000 subs, I replied to every message sent to my channel, and then that got to be a couple hours of work per day just replying to all those messages. And now I try to do things like this. I pop into people's live streams all the time. I'm on Twitter. And I try to, in the Huppet Gaming forums, HuppetGaming.com, I'm on the forums there interacting with people. So I try to find a more scalable way to interact with all the subs rather than just like one-on-one messages. And I don't really watch videos anymore and critique because it's, it takes a long time to do. I can reply to an email a lot faster than I could watch a video, and then I can tweet to 3,000 people at a time even quicker yet. So people have an expectation with like YouTube commentators that they don't have with other people in the public eye. And I hate to compare, a small-time group like us to like, I don't know, Julia Roberts. But no one says like, hey, Julie, I really liked it. Would you go to dinner with me? Would you, I like your movies. I want to play games with you all night long. It's like there's this like level of separation that they just kind of expect. And with YouTube commentators, that's not there. And that's okay. I kind of respect that. The guys build a relationship, even though it's kind of one-sided because they know me and I don't know them. But I see how that happens, and I'm on both sides of that. Like, some of the other YouTubers, I feel like I like them and I know them, even though they hardly know me. So how I interact and keep close to the subs, I just try to move to more scalable ways. And then playing games with people, I do that more than they know. People send me messages on Xbox and ask to play with them. And when I need to fill out a lobby, I'll just look at those and see if anybody's online and grab subs. And they show up in my videos sometimes, too. I remember I did one recently. The guy was young, so he had like a high-pitched voice. And everybody was like talking about him. But it's like, everyone had a high-pitched voice at one point. It's cool. Right. So yeah, that's what I do. I just try to find scalable ways to get in touch with everyone. And as far as how much is too much, well, put the time toward it that I can and not any time that I can't.
Kyle?
Wings? Okay. All right. Here's the deal why I deal with that shit. When I log on to Xbox or PlayStation, I just go right to my message box and hit the X button as fast as humanly possible. I don't read them. I don't do none of that mess. I do kind of keep note of the names, though. So if he actually goes, like, say if Bob Loves Fun sends me a second friend request, I block communications on him so he don't send a third or fourth. Like if somebody sends me a message on on YouTube, if it's a credible message, I'll respond to it. Like if it's something that legitimately somebody probably be wondering, what the deal was, I'd respond to that message. But if it's a stupid message like you should do a Rifleman's Creed on the AK-47, I don't even bother telling them that they're a dumbass. I just delete the message. If you were doing requests, I don't accept requests. If you want me to do a video, I don't accept that either. If you're wondering if I should do a video, hit the search function on my video page. I've probably already done it. I have.
But don't you want to talk to them sometimes?
No, I don't.
Really? Like a lot of the messages I get are people asking for something. And
they always want something from me. And I mean,
but
like,
sometimes,
every time I ask for something in return, I get put out to be this horrible person. You should get a fucking job, fat ass. Well, you should stop asking me fucking questions, kid.
Sometimes they
you
give
should stop watching my videos. Matter of fact, you're blocked.
But why? Like, I don't get that. These guys like you, Wings, right? They like you because you're good.
I don't care. They can lie to me all they want. See, I like Robert De Niro pictures. Do I bother Robert De Niro? No, I don't.
I've never bothered Robert De Niro once. Never asked him to put one of my videos in his movie. I've never asked if I could be in one of his movies. I've never asked if we could be best friends and go get coffee together. Never. I just watch his movies. I buy them. I go to the movies and see them. And whenever I see somebody and they ask, who do you like in the movies, I say Robert De Niro is a badass. You ever see Taxi Driver? Period.
Same way. I never bother anybody I like.
If De Niro said for $5,000 you can be my best buddy and we'll ride around together in my car for 2 months, just sign me up, son. Me and Robert De Niro are going to ride around. Doesn't he like black women?
I don't know. So, EarnMyRespect, what do you think? So you've got, what do you have, like 17,000 subs at this point?
Yeah, around that, I'd say. I mean, it's...
You're making that transition from being able to devote time to everybody to having too many to do that with.
Well, I'm kind of lucky with it because I just got an Xbox, and absolutely only a handful of people know my gamer tag on that. But with, like, let's say PlayStation, because that's where I came from, I tend to get quite a few messages. I mean, it's nothing comparable to you guys, I'd say, but
Oh, dude, my PlayStation gets blown the fuck up.
Right.
Like, people have yet to figure out I made the transition over to Xbox yet. You still play PlayStation, right? Here's my gamer tag. You can add me as a friend.
Right. And I mean, yeah, whenever I log on there.
Here's my PayPal. You can send me $100. You know, fuck you.
Whenever I log on there, I get quite a few because people, know me that I'm, from there or whatever. But with the Xbox, I'm kind of lucky with it. So, I mean, it's not to the point where it's annoying or to the extent that you guys get it, but it's kind of getting there, I guess you can say. But I try to respond to everybody.
You got to ignore it. You got to ignore it, or it'll drive you up the fucking walls. We've had people quit commentary because they couldn't handle the popularity, and there's something you got to either grow thick skin, or you got to be somewhat, solvent, and just can't do it. Just
what are you thinking of when you said that?
I'm thinking about Beyond, Crimson Gun.
Beyond is who I had in my head too. If you guys don't know Beyond, he was a beast of a player, and he put out a lot of good videos too. And but the community kind of changed him. Like he had a hard time dealing with. Well, one, he had a hard time dealing with all the attention. This is when channels were smaller. He probably had 3,000 subs, and then he posted some videos of himself, and he's a good-looking guy, but he didn't have perfect teeth. And oh my God, the community jumped all over that. And
yeah, that was pretty sad, bad.
Yeah.
I guess you can say it was. Yeah, I remember that.
And you could see it bothered him. And I bet everyone on this podcast has been through that phase where comments bothered them. And
dude, I've got motherfuckers making accounts to make fun of me. Like, they had somebody like Mrs. Wings Redemption. It's like, my baby well does this for me. It's like, fuck you.
I have that too.
I mean, they create their own accounts. They go out of their way to try to be over-the-top assholes. And see, I'm mean. I don't go out my way to make fun of somebody else like that. I just tell it to their face. I don't go, yeah, this is a fat bitch right here. And just random comment. Like, oh, okay, why you have to say he's a fat bitch?
I hear you.
If I knew where you were living in real life, I would beat you until your mother wouldn't recognize you. I have a mag-light flashlight in my truck just in case a faggot's like you in real life.
It's funny you bring that up.
Structure to something different.
I was actually thinking. I was talking to somebody. I can't remember who, but somebody brought up a good point.
The 4D.
They said that if YouTube were to post the location where you live or a phone number, half of the people that talk smack probably wouldn't.
I didn't have anybody show up to my house. I posted it twice on Painkiller already.
Well,
ask
I mean,
me,
yeah. So
ask me.
I don't know. I think if YouTube were to somehow implement that in some
I
magic,
have rage issues. I get really mad and I can't fight and I know it. So expect to get hit with a weapon.
I hear EMR's point though, right? Like it's the anonymity that makes people behave like this.
Right.
I couldn't even imagine what somebody like a Paris Hilton would go through. I would be choked a motherfucker if I was Paris Hilton. Especially when she got out of prison. I was sitting at work the night she got out of prison watching these fucking vultures just drive their fucking car around side of her taking pictures. I would have drive her, sideswipe him.
You know what? I didn't even think about how difficult it must have been for her. What did she do again? Did she drink and drive?
Caught with cocaine.
Yeah. Is that what it was?
Yep.
This time it was drunk driving. Last time, that stupid bitch needs to be put in jail.
You're talking about Lindsay Lohan there.
I'm talking about Paris Hilton. They just caught her with coke.
Why does she got cocaine?
Because she does cocaine. She
likes that explains it. Because it makes it feel good.
The question you just asked is what the fucking authorities should say. The authorities, I imagine them standing around looking at this little baggie of cocaine and being like, why do you think this white girl has this? I can't imagine a reason. It must be a frame job. No, you don't. It just snorts cocaine as a pastime. She's a cokehead. She fucking smokes weed, does cocaine, drinks. She's worth fucking
carries little dogs around.
And she carries little dogs. That's probably the 8th dog.
Oh.
She's crushed at least one dog.
I should mention that. So we, my wife has been
probably
carrying our dog
fucking
around.
out and fell on her little dog, and the little dog's like, oh, help me.
My wife has been carrying this dog around that we got like crazy. She never sets him down. And for this moment, I was like, oh no, I hope she doesn't turn into one of those Paris Hilton people that carry their dogs and buy a little purse for them and stuff. And I thought it through, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's a Great Dane. This is a self-correcting problem. You won't be carrying this thing too much longer, so we're good to go.
I imagine like 6 months from now, she comes into the room like
looking like a cold ass or something.
like carrying the dog.
She's built like Randy Couture by then.
The dog is like, kill me.
You gotta let this little helper learn to walk.
Yeah, so a new dog is Jack. He's 7 weeks old, I think, maybe 8, and he's a Great Dane. He's his coat is gray. They call it blue, and his eyes are blue.
Blue eyes.
I'd hate to be there when he starts to get house trained. He's gonna leave some great stuff for you.
Yeah, we've already got my daughter. She's negotiating prices on cleaning up the backyard, so we're good to go.
I need a shovel.
she settled for $2. It's like $2 to clean the area. I'm like, you're in, baby. Take it. So, although we paid $5 for the first one because it was kind of behind.
Negotiator.
She's 11. Cut her some slack.
Yeah, $2 to like 11-year-olds. Like, oh god, duck.
Even then, I'd be like, I need money to go out on the weekends, Dad. I'm going to have to go by 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. I got a Doberman Pinscher, and he can eat a whole chicken in 2 bites.
What?
Ace, I'm talking about like a 6-pound chicken. He puts it he uses like his back teeth to literally saw it in half, and then he swallows one half, and then he swallows the other half whole. It's pretty impressive.
My friend, so I grew up in Ocean City, New Jersey, and his parents were divorced. His dad moved to like this woodsy area in Pennsylvania. That guy had a Doberman, and it would chase down deers. It's like, that is a badass dog. He'd come back with like deer tail in his teeth from having, nipping at him and stuff. It's like, that's something else.
I wonder if he came out with a hoof mark on his face.
Everyone acts like deers are badass.
I'm just saying, if I was a deer and I get chased by a little ass dog, I would kick the shit out of him.
And I think this is a perfect story about my dad. This is perfect. I can't believe this fell into my lap. I had forgotten about this one. So I was 4 years old. Take it back. I'm 4 years old. My dad had been hunting and he had shot a deer, and the deer had ran off. And so me and my dad are walking through the woods looking for the deer. We're tracking the blood on the leaves, and in this old dried up creek bed, there's the deer laying down there. It's like a 8-point buck. It's nothing you'd put on the wall, but it's a pretty big deer. So Dad slides down into the creek bed, and he grabs the deer by the antlers to drag it out, and the deer comes alive. So he's holding on to the deer antlers, fighting the deer. I swear to God, he's holding the deer off by the antlers, and he's wrestling with it. And I'm up on the bank above him, and he's like, "Run, run!" Because he doesn't want to he's afraid if he lets go of the deer, it's going to run me over. I'm 4 years old, and I'm 4 years old, so of course I got my slingshot shooting acorns at the fucking deer.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "What the hell?" Fighting the deer. And so we've got our dog with her. We had a Weimaraner at the time, which is those dogs are like people. Like Weimaraners are smarter than most of my subscribers. He goes. The dog's name was Sam. He's like, "Get him, Sam!" So Sam jumps on the deer, and he's stretching skin on that deer like over a foot. He's beating the shit out of the deer. So my dad takes off his belt, ties the deer to a small tree by the antler to the tree with his belt, and me and my dad run back to get a gun to kill the deer because we didn't bring a gun. Like, we thought the deer was gonna be dead. By the time we got back, the dog had killed the deer. But that was an awesome little event. Just watched him fight the deer off with his bare hands.
Quick question: is your dad Chuck Norris? Because kind of seems like that.
Oh man, it seems like to me. It seems you didn't bring a big enough gun to do the job there.
Yeah, he was using a 22-250 at the time. Using a Remington 788 22-250.
All right,
Dude.
It's totally time to wrap up this podcast.
Yeah.
We got a cool
my
story,
my target rifle would put a deer down before he knew what hit it. It just boom.
We got a Wings crazy dream and a my dad story. I think we're
I'll
good to go.
tell this one last thing. I remember I shot my first deer. I shot him on the run, and that bitch hit the ground so damn hard he broke his neck. So it looked like some shit from The Exorcist. I'm so fucking fucked up. Oh dear God. You never done that, Kyle?
What, shot a deer while it was running, or had one break its neck?
Yeah, and have it break its neck on the way down. That's just fucked up looking.
No.
It looked like
I've
a
shot
bicycle
one
would if you like handlebarred it.
I killed a deer with a knife one time, though.
Never done that.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're better than that Doberman. All right. We need to cut this. So, all right. Good podcast, guys.
Yep.
I shot it with a 7mm Magnum.
All right.
Excellent.
You don't understand? Need to cut this?
Good to know. All right,
I thought you already cut it. I was talking to the stream.
Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Thank you very much to EMR for being our special guest this week.
Thank you for having
And
me
hope
on.
you guys
Really
enjoyed this
appreciate it.
episode. As always, have a nice day.
Peace.
Later.